This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
The Power Hour. It's live. KFAN.com/watch is where you can find it.
Welcome back, Power Trip Morning Show. Hogsley is on his way to, what do you say, Carlsbad? Carlstad? Where's Carlsbad? Isn't that?
That's California, man.
Yeah.
Carl's actually pretty good. You gotta give Carl
he's not all that bad.
And
Corey, you're saying it like how the kids say it, like bad, like
He's a baddie.
Yeah, he's a baddie.
Maxo gets it. It's 2 Ds.
Yeah, Maxo gets it.
Yeah, you like that too,
Nothing
Zach.
wrong with
Nothing wrong with
2
2
Ds.
Ds.
Well, God, Tommy is turning around.
That's your first time saying that.
All right, let's do some sports.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by Builders and Remodelers.
Zacho, the Stanley Cup final resumes tonight at 7. Feels like they haven't played in 2 weeks. The Panthers lead that series 2-1. They are minus 150 to win tonight. They are minus 260 to win the series. That game can be heard right here on The Fan.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because I guess a lot of the players have died of old age between games 3 and 4.
Ridiculous. They took all my momentum away. I needed them to play a back-to-back in the Stanley Cup final.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Edmonton, I don't think are going to come out like they did in Game 3. I think we'll have certainly more of a Game 1 or Game 2 feel. I would hope so. If the Oilers have any pride at all whatsoever after that disappointing and embarrassing loss in Game 3, Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl. I mean, this is your time to step up and shine and be the leaders you are. The problem is they've got some leaders on the other side of the ice that are also very, very good. Sam Bennett, Brad Marchand, who that might be the trade of the century. I mean, my goodness. So,
Is he a free agent after this season?
Probably,
I think he might be.
yeah.
Would you bring him in here?
I don't think so.
Why?
Wow. Okay, Zacho.
You just crushed him.
Yeah.
Why?
What the hell, Zacho?
I mean, I don't mind him.
Did he steal something from you?
Yeah, he stole your
did.
girl?
Yeah.
He stole my girl. That's you guys got it.
He stole your Jedi?
Yeah. So he's a UFA this summer.
That was the other guy.
Yeah, we'll see.
But anyway, so yeah, I mean, you watch that game, and we talked a lot about it, Zacho, is the Oilers just started fights at the end of it. And it was like, Paris said it yesterday, you didn't see a lot of the guys get back into it in the third period, because they knew it was over, man.
Right.
But that Florida team, man, their third line would be a first line for a lot of teams in the NHL. That's an outstanding hockey team.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. It was a very frustrating game to watch because you knew that they were obviously better than what they showed. But then also, I mean, another thing too, I love old time hockey. In fact, actually, I was cool with the line brawl that they had, the whole of the 5-on-5 fighting. That was awesome. But it was just these little tiny things that they were doing, well after the whistle or away from the puck that were just completely unnecessary and completely just cheap and, like I said, embarrassing. And so the class they have to find their class again. They have to find their game again. They've had more than enough time to do so. As you said, I think a major disadvantage there with the Panthers not having, not being able to carry that momentum into Game 4 because it feels like a completely separate. Yes, it's part of the same series, but it feels like it's been so long since we had Game 3 already. So. It will be fun. Will be a great game, I hope. And hopefully, we can have a longer series than what I think. After Game 3, I was thinking, man, it could be a pretty quick series.
Right.
If Florida, continues to seize control here.
They'll win tonight.
Zacho, can I ask you a very sports radio question?
Okay, here we go.
If Florida wins, if they win this series, are they a dynasty?
They always, is it usually like the rule of 3?
Sports.
And so, but third consecutive appearance. It's so hard to make the Stanley Cup final, let alone do it all these years in a row.
And they did it the first time out of these 3. They did it as an 8th seed, right?
So
Didn't they beat Boston?
Yeah, with like the best regular season ever.
My team, my squad.
which is, I mean, the fact that, like I said, just to get to the final 3 years in a row. And the fact that I think they only did it like once in their franchise history before.
Yeah.
So yeah, if they win, it's close. And especially depending on how they do next season, that could probably seal it. But, it's crazy, man. I mean, Florida National Hockey League teams, in them in Tampa, the last 6 or so years, it's been nothing but Florida hockey. They might be, people talk about the state of hockey. They might be the state of professional hockey right now.
All right, so I saw the little bit of the viral clip with the commissioner of the NHL, so we're going after who was the former player?
Paul Bissonnette.
Yeah. Which side are you on? Do you think Bissonnette is right saying that, as we kind of set the scene, that he was saying that because of the recent, I think, financial literacy of players to be more aware that you're saving more money and you get more money in your pocket by playing at teams in Florida and other teams that don't have state tax versus a very high tax in Canada,
Right.
as being a discrepancy between the two countries or the teams there? Like, how do you see that?
Well, we talk about it, obviously in all other sports with just the state differences between state taxes and all that. And then I think, if you're Gary Bettman, there's no real easy solution from his standpoint. So he's got to come, with the opinion of, well, of course it's not a factor. Of course it's not an issue. And he might be right for, I think maybe most cases, but obviously, as you said, I mean, they're going into, they got financial advisors. They've got agents that know that, the impact of what you're actually going to get at the end of the day. In Florida or Nevada, I know the Golden Knights have, those players obviously benefit as well. I mean, you talk about the border. I mean, between players in Nevada and players in California and what they're paying in LA, and like as he said,
Millions and millions.
as Gary Bettman said, I mean, there's really nothing they can, I think, have a solid solution to come together on. So they kind of have to completely deny it. But I think there's some truth to that, but I don't think it's enough to be a competitive advantage, because if
not wear pants,
those teams they're all exceptions to the rule. Golden Knights had a wonderful expansion draft and set themselves up with a great foundation to eventually win a cup.
Flurry,
Florida,
right?
Yeah, Florida went through many, many bad years. I mean, there's the amount of times that Florida, the Panthers rank was looking like Target Field last week.
Last night.
I mean, they've had some bad years. They built that up, and they got a good coach. Same with Tampa. Same with these other teams. So until we really start seeing years-long advantages for those, I guess, tax haven states compared to Canada and the Californias of the world.
I'm literally just thinking about this right now. I have not put that much thought into it. So you guys can say, yeah, that's not going to work. But in situations where, in all sports, I'm not talking about just football or just hockey, in all sports where a player is drafted, right? You don't have employment versatility or freedom, right? You are drafted to this team. Is there a way that we can somehow adjust those contracts to be, there's got to be some sort of baseline where it's a little bit more financially fair, that if you're drafted by a Florida team and you're drafted by a California, New York, or Minnesota team, that these guys, they don't get a choice on where they're going. Can't we make it a little bit more fair, and either those teams get a little bit of bump in their salary cap so they can pay these guys a little bit more, which then evens out, they get a little more money in their pocket. But that would kind of drive me crazy. If I'm a first round draft pick in the NFL and I get drafted to Minnesota and the guy behind me gets drafted to a Florida team or an otherwise tax-free state, I'm a little pissed that this guy's going to make more money than me. Mm-hmm. And it's not under my control at all.
Taxes are hideous.
They're hideous.
The worst.
Hideous.
I don't mind paying tax. I don't mind paying taxes.
Oh.
But there's a point where it's this is egregious.
Right.
This is egregious when you look at it's at the end of the day, between agent fees and like, I can already hear people out there saying like, well, I mean, you already got this much money, whatever. Yeah, but what's fair is fair. And it's about 50% of what is on paper, what you actually take home because of federal, state, and what your agent takes. So, but in a state like Florida, it's more like 30%.
Yeah.
That's not fair. Or 40%, even 40%. Like a 10% difference on millions of dollars is significant.
Yeah, a 10% difference on anything is that sucks.
The other side, I think, to the argument is that it's just from with all the moving parts, players, deciding where to go here and there when it comes to the free agency side.
Well, that's why I'm saying just drafted players.
Are you going to go? You're right.
Once it comes to free agency and you have a choice to go where you want to go.
I mean, something could be done because obviously they've got the entry level contracts that maybe they could work into that. And I would imagine there probably are some guys who were drafted by the Ottawa Senators who were like going, what the hell? Because like the guy
that sounds so good.
5 or 6 picks behind me got drafted to the Golden Knights, and now he's making probably tens of thousands of dollars, if not more, than I am.
You just made that up.
But I believe the CBA is up very soon. If that's a big enough issue to the players themselves, and if they
see how big a blunt
have that, they have that opportunity perhaps to raise that. But from what I've been hearing is that that's not going to be a contentious issue that they're going to bring to the table. From what I've heard. So,
Zacho, I know we're going hardcore hockey, which is also Hawks Brazzers username. But I'm reading here. You mentioned expansion a second ago. There goes Hawk. And I just read just now that Atlanta is making some moves to possibly have another hockey team. How do you feel about expansion back into Atlanta? Do you think they're the top team?
Haven't they tried like 3 times?
Well, here's the thing. The Thrashers franchise was a horrible franchise. They ran it terribly. Their marketing side, they didn't market well. The team itself was terrible. I mean, you see what happens. I mean, around here, like if any market, when the team doesn't win, people don't tend to show up, and they just like never really won in the Thrashers tenure in Atlanta. So I get the conventional wisdom of, well, they let the Flames go to Calgary, they let the Thrashers go to Winnipeg, and well, obviously this isn't going to work. Well, I think Atlanta's a big enough sports market that if you give a good franchise with a good enough team that actually won every once in a while, and they really embraced that area, it could very well work out. And it's like I said, it's a major, I think it's like 4 or 5 in the country. It's a major market. And if you're, a professional sports league, you got to be in those big markets. You got to get those dollars. So, would not be surprised to see them go back. Again, I know that a lot of people are like, well, how could you possibly think that? So it's ridiculous. But again, if you dig deep, you see what those people did. I think the Thrashers franchise failed the people of Atlanta. There are hockey fans down there, and I think they could support a team.
Finish them on Friday night.
The NBA Finals resumed last night. Maxo, well done, Zacho. The Pacers won 116-107. They take a 2-1 series lead. The Pacers are 9-0 in the playoffs when they score more than 111 points. Halliburton had 22. SGA had 24. Game 4 is tomorrow. They're taking 1 day off in between games. What an unbelievable concept. Aoki Steve?
Steve Aoki?
Let's go.
How many points did he score?
OKC is -5.5.
The Thunder's bench is really deep. I didn't know he was playing on the team.
He throws cakes at everybody. OKC is also -220 to win the whole thing.
AOKC,
the politician.
Yes.
It was. We talked about it before. The Pacers. These two teams on paper are just as talented and just as deep as the other ones, and the Pacers were able to just get a lot more from their bench yesterday than the Thunder were. They kind of pulled the Thunder on the Thunder because I think it was Mathurin that led all of the Pacers. He had 27 points off the bench, and then the Thunder's bench just wasn't quite there yesterday. And we talked about it a little bit. Tyrese Halliburton was more aggressive than usual, but he knows he doesn't have to do too much. He doesn't have to go out there and score 40 points. He's one of the best like point guards, best setter uppers in the NBA, and he has the perfect team around him to do so. And the Thunder, I mean, again, the Pacers kind of pulled the Thunder on the Thunder. They outscored them 32-18 in that fourth quarter, and that was kind of the game right there. And it was convincing. It wasn't like game one where they had to make a crazy comeback and just sneak right past. Like, they actually dealt with the Thunder. It was a very they showed, because you might, even if you win that game in game one, even as a Pacers team, you might say, man, we got our asses kicked for most of that game. We kind of just stole one. But this one lets them know we can hang with these guys. We can beat these guys. And now all of a sudden, the Thunder have their backs against the wall, and they could go down 3-1 come this weekend. So it's going to be tough to win another one in OKC for Indiana, but if you win these two at home, you're pretty much set. And we talked about it earlier. It's an 80% chance. The teams that win game 3 win 80% of the time. So the Pacers got a lot going for them right now.
Which is nice.
All right, another sports question.
Strip joints.
Yeah, we can talk about that too.
We can talk about Shake Shack. Has Tyrese Halliburton sort of shook off this label that he's one of the most overrated players in the NBA?
Yeah, I think 100%. This is one of the most clutch individual performances in a playoffs we've ever seen. I mean, it's not just these big outpouring of games. It's a game-winning shot against the Bucks late in the game, game-winning buzzer beater, game-winning shot against the Knicks in the next round. He's done it in every single round. He did it against the Thunder as well. He's done it in every single round, and I think that survey that went around, I think it was one of those ones where they only asked a handful of people. It was a little bit of a dubious survey, but when you're an elite guy, you probably know this, but you're looking for anything to motivate you. So even if it's even if they ask 10 people on the street and they said he's overrated, he has that in his mind. And he's mentioned it several times. Like that is fueling him. That's fueling his game. And you got to think a little bit. I mean, I know it's a long way past, but he was one of those guys that was basically riding the pine during the Olympics. And he's probably thinking, man, I'm a little bit better than this guy, or maybe I'm better than I should be able to get a little bit of minutes here. So he's probably motivated by that too. And just the fact that last year the Pacers made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, and everybody said, well, it was a fluke. They played a bunch of injured teams. Yeah. They're not going to do it again. And then they damn sure did it again. And now they're up 2-1 against one of the best teams we've ever seen in the NBA over the last 20 years or so. So I would say he's completely shaken it off. And matter of fact, he's pulled a 180 on it. And now he might be the most clutch player in the NBA. And everybody kind of associates him with that clutch gene now. Because, I mean, even guys like Michael Jordan, Kobe didn't have this many game winners in one single playoff run. It's been incredible. And like I said, it's a whole team effort, but obviously he's the driving force of that team. He's the one that's setting the table for everybody else. But yeah, he's been absolutely incredible. And I think we're not even giving him enough praise. I think he's underrated at this point because he's been that incredible throughout his career, and we're all seeing it on the biggest stage this season.
Hey, good for him, man.
The U.S. Open is underway at Oakmont Country Club. J.J. Spawn is your leader at 3 under. Rory McIlroy is 2 under. Ludwig Aubert, who is in our bet, is 1 under. Schauffele is even. DeChambeau is even. So a lot of the big names are underway, and then a few of them will go off again, but all the other big names will go off about 12:30 and go on. But the rough on this golf course is unbelievable. If you don't put it in the fairway, you can't see your ball. So it should be a great weekend. The U.S. Open is always fun. We'll come back. I made one of the biggest blunders in my life yesterday.
In your life?
In my life? Maybe that's overstating it. I did something real dumb yesterday. Real dumb. Like anyone.
So just a normal Wednesday.
Normal Wednesday. Correct. I'll tell you what it is when we come back.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
This Father's Day, score big with the Minnesota Wild. Get 2 weekday game tickets and a 3-piece Wild grill set. Perfect for the ultimate hockey dad. Offer ends June 15th. Get all the details and enter for your chance to win this amazing Father's Day gift at KFAN.com, keyword contests.
Thank you, Zacho. Welcome back. Power Trip Morning Show, final segment. Corey's gone. Hawk is on his way.
Nobody cares.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Great point.
Corey's gone.
Corey. God, what happened to that bit? Why don't we do those bits anymore?
That was great.
Hawk paid like $300 for that service.
We used it for a week.
We used it for, a week and a half.
I think it was $300 a month, and I think it expired.
Yeah, or he forgot his password because, that's classic Hogs. Yeah,
and he'll be subscribed to that in perpetuity for 20 years.
And he'll probably make another account and double up.
Yeah, of course. He doesn't care. What's he care? But yeah. And tomorrow, you're hosting the initials game, Zach.
Yes.
No Corey or Hogs Daddy tomorrow. Creasel tomorrow. Alexis tomorrow. Andrew DePaula is coming in from the Vikings to play the initials game. And then Parrish. Well, probably 5 play tomorrow. It'll be fun. So it'll be a good time. We'll have a great show tomorrow as well.
Zacho, have you ever came up with the clues?
I'm so nervous to do it.
I hate spunk.
Gross. That's got nothing to do with the initials game.
Is that a clue for tomorrow?
I need 2 words. So what else would you add to that last word there?
Oh, she's going to be a big girl.
Oh, boy, big girl.
Yeah, BG.
BG?
Yeah, BG.
If the initials are ever BG, me and Sauce got to play.
Yeah, we're going to win the whole thing. Yeah. We're going to get all of them.
But I have thought about doing it. I'm just nervous because I don't like to be an idiot, even though I am.
I don't like being an idiot.
I don't like being an idiot.
Same. I don't either.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure on that.
And Charge does it, and because he doesn't care what Corey thinks, I don't think.
No, he does not.
And I care.
Well, Corey would never rip him anyway.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
If Charge was like, "Oh, I didn't come up with it," Corey would be like, "That's just okay, baby. I love you." Any more movie recommendations of things I have to like because you like it?
Oh.
Well, it's true.
Yeah.
It is true.
Yeah. Anyway, no, I have the same thing. I've said to him, I'm like, he asked me once, I think, he was like, I'd let you do it if you came up with your own clues. And I told him, I don't want to do that. There's too much pressure. Too much sanctity of that game. I don't want to do it.
That'd be such a good bit, though.
Yeah,
if you came up with the clues.
But yeah, that's like the one thing on this show we take super serious.
That is true, yeah.
And he puts a lot into that.
Really
man.
good at it.
Yeah.
He knows.
It's unbelievable. Because he does it every week. KOC last week was like, you write that all down? I love ripping him, but I love the guy. Like that. That I can't do it. I don't want to screw it up.
There's a genius to it. He's got a formula that he's worked out that I don't think that any one of us in one particular game could even rival that. The way that he misleads you intentionally was certain. It's just certain words.
Plus, I'd rather play. It's fun. I love playing. It's fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Although I would actually like to be on the other side of it.
Yeah,
I think one time it'd be fun to know all the answers and to see what you guys are thinking.
The hardest part of it really is the ringing in.
Well, and the cold read.
Right.
Yeah.
And just having to just read to listen for who buzzed in, and then also you get
pace,
the button bar, the pace.
Stuff.
Yeah.
The pace was the toughest part for me.
Yeah, because you did it too, Max.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was, and I think Marnie legit had to be like, hey, can you just slow down a little bit? Because you're so amped up. Like you said, Saucy, this is like...
It's the only thing, and I'm not ripping anything else we do. It's the only thing we take serious, right? That's what makes this show great.
There is some reverence around it.
How many people we talked to, it happened at Stark the other day, where like, they don't even know what the Power Trip Morning Show is, but they... You know what the initials game is.
Correct.
They listen to it every week.
Yeah.
And you guys know when you're playing and you don't always play, like Zacho, you probably know, like people treat it like you're playing in the Super Bowl. Like people will come up to you in the hallway like, you ready? Have you been preparing? It's like, bro, I'm going on a radio game.
Correct,
But people take it really seriously, for sure.
Yeah. I think that was part of the deal that was kind of hard. Was it last tournament? Maybe 2 tournaments ago, I made it to like the quarterfinals or something, not super deep. But in my mind, I'm like, the reason why I did well in the first round is because I didn't overthink it. I came in with just a, like, whatever happens mentality.
Right.
And then obviously, subconsciously, as you advance, the stakes get higher.
Yeah.
And so I was walking in the quarterfinal round and I'm like, I'm in a good spot. Like mentally, I got here to the building, like, I'm in a good spot mentally. I'm just going to like let it go. And I felt like my brain and my mind was pretty open. But as I'm walking down the hallway, people are like, you ready to go? Like, how you feeling? Like, well, I'm fine. Just shut up. Like I don't need you to get
Like
into my head.
Mania.
Like don't make this any tougher than it already is. Like I'm doing a good job sort of blocking that out. And every time somebody comes up to me like, oh, here we go. I'm like, you ruined it for me. So I just have to like, if there was a way I could just teleport right into one of these chairs and not talk to the people in the hallway, it'd be easier.
Yeah, it's fun.
This is such a dude thing that like we're talking like good about this game, but we could never do this if Corey was in the room. We would never.
I know you would never.
Like we never spend 5 minutes complimenting the game and talking about how great it is if he was here.
That is so true. Like I was just telling someone the other day about my best friend. I'm like, he's so good at basketball, but I'm like, I would never admit that to him. Like when we're playing against each other, I'm like, bro, you're trash. You're so garbage.
It's more fun to rip.
But I love him. I love all you guys.
We all know. That's the thing.
It's unbelievable how much effort and time he puts into that.
Yeah.
Well, and considering how many games are, how does he not repeat? I have no idea how he does it, man.
And the handwriting thing you mentioned, he handwrites all of it.
KOC is coached in a Super Bowl, and he was like, "You write that all down?" And Corey's like, "Yep." He handwrites all of it. Unbelievable, man. Yeah, it's fun. But I've told him when he asked me. Plus, I have the sponsor bit, so like I like playing for my guys at 7th Avenue Pizza, but I don't want to screw it up. I'd read it too fast. It would be hideous. It would just be hideous. Plus, my clues they'd be bad. I couldn't do it. I couldn't.
Kind of an aside, but what you're just kind of generally talking about there, Maxo. I'm taking my 14-year-old and 1, 2, 3 of his friends. So there's four 14-year-olds in the car, boys, last night as we're going from one place to another, and the banter between the 4 of them. I'm like, this is the power trip. Like this is why it was. All they could do was they couldn't wait for the next kid to talk because they would rip on what he would say or how he would say it. Like, if you stuttered, they're like, what are you trying to say? Like, I'm like, oh my God, this is like, I feel like I'm sitting in the same room with all the power trip guys. Like, this is when they say it's like, this show is sort of juvenile sophomore behavior.
Correct.
100% it is.
But in the most human way, because that's like, it's so relatable, because that's what every friend group is like.
That's what every friend group is like.
Oh, the stutter. The stutter, that's when you knew. As soon as you try to make a comeback and you stuttered, you're like, oh, no, it's over.
You're trying to drop one-liners and then you mess it up. And then like the 3 there, they don't let you off the hook and they just hammer you for it. And then somebody, when they're hammering for it, you say something stupid, so you hammer on that kid.
Right.
So to your point, like if Corey was here, heck no, we wouldn't hammer him like this.
Yeah, we'd make fun of him for being Casper the Ghost.
It is a very much a dude thing.
Yeah, you just wait. Sometimes in the first segment, we just wait for one of us to screw up, and then you just do that for a half hour. It's the best. Speaking of screwing up, I want to tell you this story, Ben, before I leave. So,
you're leaving?
This is your normal Wednesday. This is your normal Wednesday.
Ben. No, before you leave, Ben. Sorry. I see. I can't even speak correctly. So we've Louie has moved into his own, like a larger bed, right? Like he's grown to the point where like he doesn't fit in the bassinet we have for him.
Jeez, Augustus.
Yeah, correct. No, in like the long way, not this way. He's more Christo than he is Lambert. No, if he was 100% Lambert, it would be, we couldn't even get him in.
He'd be in a king-size bed.
No, he's just yes, correct.
He moved to a shack bed?
And we'd have to shovel him out.
Yeah. He's wearing size 14s.
Yeah, we'd have to put like wood under him to like prop him up out of bed, leverage him up out of bed. No, he's just long, right? And so we've got, like every new parent does, you get that like 9-in-1 bassinet. It's all the bits, right?
Yeah.
Which is, you're like, at the time, you're like, oh, this will be great. Like it magically, like in Aladdin, just puts itself together. It does not.
No.
So yesterday,
you had to be Mr. Assembly guy.
I had to be Mr. Assembly guy. So I took apart the crib that he had. And of course, when we put the bassinet together, all the other stuff just went down in the basement. We'll worry about that later. But that time always creeps back in, right?
Right.
So put it together. Takes me 2 days because I get frustrated, walk away from it. I screw something up because I have no attention to detail.
Well, speaking of what we were just talking about, that's a lot of pressure too, as a dude.
Well,
Trying to when it's on you to build something, there's no bigger pressure as a dude.
And like all there should be a, what's that called? Like you can scan it on your phone.
Oh, QR code.
QR code on every instruction manual now. It's 2025. The black and white small pictures bit doesn't work. Just have it step by step. Just have somebody put it together. You can rewind and go back. Because I always put stuff on backwards. So it goes from like the bassinet to like the MIDI crib is what it's called. So I'm putting it together. I'm frustrated. The stickers on, it's like putting together a IKEA furniture. Louie's he's in his bassinet for one last, swan song. Put the thing together. Takes me forever. I act like a child. You get done with it. I'm super pumped.
Yeah, very proud papa.
Super
right?
proud.
Yeah.
He wakes up. Hey, buddy, it's your new bed. We put him in it out in the living room. He was excited. It didn't fit through the door.
No.
Oh, you didn't assemble it in the room?
Because he was taking a nap.
Oh, my God.
So I assembled it out in the living room, and it literally, it's like...
Yeah.
It's like...
Well, yeah.
Probably 4 by 3 feet or whatever. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, it didn't fit.
No.
Even no matter which way
we
you
tried
tilted
everything.
it.
We tried everything. We took the wheels off of it, all of it. Didn't fit.
Oh, that's like painting the Mona Lisa and it doesn't have a frame.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Oh.
It was very much like that. So I not calmly, I put it down. I started swearing, and I just went downstairs. I was so mad at myself because, as I said to my wife, now this is a weird, deep moment. Every day, and I love it. But the bit is that I'm the idiot, right? And I am the idiot. But then I get home, and then when I realize I'm the idiot, that's when I get pissed, right? Like on here, it's great. I don't care. I'm not.
Yeah.
Right. It's the bit. I get it. I love the bit. But then I get home, and I'm like, they're right. I am an idiot. And it's
like those are normal. Those are very normal, idiot
I was
moments
so mad.
that every human being has.
And
Like,
then
don't beat yourself up too much for that.
And Kelly's like, I'll do it. I'm like, no.
Well,
I'm not done with this.
That's even worse.
Yeah,
I'll do it. And she didn't mean it like you can't do it way.
Yeah.
But she's like, and I'm like, no, I'm not done with this. I'm going to take a break. Came back to it, took it apart. We got it in, and I'm like, the next time when it goes up to another size, we're just buying a new one. We're not putting it apart. We're not putting it again together. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Hideous.
At least in this situation, because I don't I don't know exactly but I've done something like that before.
Yeah,
where I should have why didn't I just
right?
Like I constructed it in the garage, and I'm like, oh crap, like.
Yeah, because you can cuss as loud as you want.
Now I got to take this one side off because I can't get to the door. At least in this situation, you had two brains working on this. She was around. It's not like she went away for the weekend and you're like, oh man, I'm going to get all this stuff done. She's going to be so happy and so proud. I'm going to get so many husband points.
Yeah.
And then you have that screw up. It's just as much on her as it is on you. She should have thought of that too.
Putting together, for all of you young couples out there, if you can put something together and you can stay together, you're meant for each other.
Yeah, that's real love.
100%. Yeah. I turn into it. When I realize that I am the idiot that I'm portray on the air, I'm like, oh, I was so mad.
Oh, for sure.
When I'm like, come on. And then you try and force it. You're like, well, this angle will work. And I've got it tipped. No, didn't work. Well, we got it in there and he slept through the night. It was great. But yeah, I'm not smart.
Well, imagine when he's 4 and he's 6'9".
No, he's gonna sleep in a king bed. His next step is a king bed, even when he's 2.5. I'm not putting together another one of those dumb bits again.
All right, guys. I love you. Have a great week. Yeah, I'll be here Monday.
Thanks,
Ben. Bye.
Bye.
Ben Lieber.
The man.
Yeah. It was so frustrating. But, whatever.
That is the worst, though, when you're just when something like that happens, you're like, is it a bit? Am I really that guy? Who am I?
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what it was. Because, like I said, I love this gig. Right. My bit is, my lane is the idiot lane. Am I really that dumb? No. But then when I get home and I'm like,
yeah,
I am that dumb.
I'm not good.
Yeah, I just went downstairs, played MLB The Show for 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Hit 30 dingers.
Oh, yeah. Put it back to easy. I think I rolled the Brewers 41-0. Went back upstairs. I'm like, okay, all right, I'm in a better shape,
I can
better
do this.
frame of mind. We can do headlines now. Do you know where the button is?
Is it on the Cove page?
Yes, Cove. Abbott was tired of us talking about how great we think Corey is, by the way. He said, stop talking about it. I'm going to throw up. JJ Spawn is your U.S. Open leader at 4 under. Gary Woodland is 3 under. Rory 2 under. Let's see here. Aubert is 1 under. Schauffele is even for those of you that are in the golf bet. So, yeah, there we are.
Who's the closest to winning right now? Who's in the lead right now?
Well, JJ Spawn, Hawks guy, Rory is 2 back of the lead. But long way to go. It's a very, very, very tough golf course. So it should be super fun here. It's going to be a great weekend. And this tournament always ends on Father's Day, and this will be my first Father's Day. So
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's why you guys are going away for the weekend?
No, we're going next weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You guys doing anything special for your first Father's Day?
I don't know. It's up to Kelly. I don't know. The only thing I wanted was pancakes on Sunday. I love pancakes.
Yeah, pancakes.
That's fair.
A+.
For sure.
Pancakes or waffles? It's pancakes, right?
Yeah. Yeah, pancakes are more versatile.
I'm going to go waffle, but that's me. I'm weird.
But like a waffle at home or like a waffle at like a continental breakfast? Because there's a huge difference. Because you don't have that cool machine at home.
Right. I'm reverse. I would rather have a pancake at the crib.
Yeah.
But I'd rather have a waffle at a restaurant.
That's a good
There's
point,
nothing better than a homemade pancake that someone put their heart and soul into for you.
It's pancake mix, little bit of oil,
Yeah.
little bit of butter, 1 egg, and then you put a little bit of cinnamon in it.
Oh, yeah.
Then set it in the fridge for like 10 minutes.
It's the best.
Perfection.
And even bozos like me and you can cook it.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. It's very easy. Yeah. I always volunteer to cook them because they're easy to make.
Right. Breakfast is that's how you get easy points for cooking is breakfast for sure.
A company analyzed Yelp reviews to rank 21 fast food fries. Ooh. What did they put at number 1? This is worldwide.
Worldwide. It's got to be McDonald's.
Well, yeah, maybe worldwide. Yeah, I guess some of these are worldwide. Yeah. What do you think they had at 1?
McDonald's.
If it's worldwide, I would say McDonald's, but I feel like it's like some trick one. I don't know. Maybe Chick-fil-A. I know people like the Chick-fil-A fries.
Second to last, McDonald's.
Wow.
That's not right.
That's egregious. I know we all like to crap on McDonald's, but come on.
McDonald's is 1.
Yeah, it's number 1.
Okay.
It's the most iconic fry in the world.
Well, what's better? I mean, fast food fries, not like restaurant fries. Fast food fries, it's McDonald's. They're all when they're hot, they're outstanding.
Yeah, they're the best.
Yeah.
Your rebuttal? Oh, you think it's McDonald's 1?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's not close.
Is Five Guys fast food?
The number 1 is In-N-Out. Plain In-N-Out fries, overrated.
100%.
Overrated.
Even the animal style.
Soggy.
Yeah, the animal style is disgusting.
I love In-N-Out's fries.
Because you are orbiting the moon.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going somewhere else with that.
No, sorry. No. Because you're orbiting the moon.
Wait, I was trying to figure it out too. I was like, what does that have to do with fries?
But even though, and to be fair, last couple of trips to Vegas were work trips, didn't get high, still love the fries. So that is
winking.
That is true. But I will say, I get why other people don't like it. So I'm shocked that they are so up on top.
Yeah. I think they're just okay.
Yeah,
the animal style is disgusting. Throw it out the window. Yeah. Give it to the birds. It's no good.
Great Diet Coke though.
What about your Diet Coke rankings?
Yeah, I think McDonald's still 1, but In-N-Out's up there.
Yeah. In-N-Out's great because it's like Culver's here. I love Culver's. Culver's is outstanding. But In-N-Out we don't get all the time.
Yeah.
People on the West Coast think In-N-Out's like the most overrated thing ever.
Right.
They get it all the time. If In-N-Out here would be In-N-Out's outstanding. When you get it twice a year,
it's the best. And it's the best. It's the price and the efficiency as well because you get it super quick
and consistency.
Yeah, right.
It's the same damn thing every time.
It never lets you down.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's most fast food's outstanding.
What were the other? Does it have the top 3?
Well, let me see if I can find them. Talk amongst yourselves.
By the way, headlines. Thanks to Wolf River Electric. Go solar. WolfRiverElectric.com. They also sponsor the Initials game tomorrow, which you can
which will be fun.
Watch.
You're hosting, right?
Yep.
Zach, were you saying McDonald's is your number 1, or that's just what you thought was going to be number 1?
I think objectively, I really do like waffle fries. So if I had to pick fries from a fast food place, I probably would go for Chick-fil-A. But And actually, I feel like crinkle. I don't know, man. It's hard to pick one because Cane's crinkle fries are awesome too.
Ooh, yeah, those are really good. Arby's curly fries. I know you don't like. You're out on the curly fries, Saucy, but I love the curly fries.
The potato cakes are way better.
Oh,
and they're
okay. Here I got it right now. Thank you. That was very nice of you guys to just speak while I couldn't figure something out like I should be prepared. Okay, here they are. Number 1, In-N-Out. Fine.
Okay.
Fine,
yeah,
fine.
I'm not gonna argue with it.
Number 2, Shake Shack. Outstanding. Shake Shack's great.
I don't know if I've ever had
hideously expensive.
Yeah, that's why I've never been.
Way too much money.
Way too much. We got Shake Shack right after Louie was born because it was right across from where Louie was born at the Southdale Hospital, A+ hospital, by the way. So we got that because you could order it and I could just walk over and then pick it up and go. It was like $70 for like 6 items.
I believe
it's outstanding though. Shake Shack's
so worth it. In Vegas, they got the one right down by New York, and it's amazing.
Freddy's frozen custard and steak burgers.
Really? Okay.
There's one right off the Rogers exit in off 94. That's
Never
good.
had it.
Yeah, Freddy's is solid.
Yeah.
Freddy's is solid.
Bojangles.
I've never ate at Bojangles
I have not
before.
either. Chick-fil-A's 5.
Again, still way too low for McDonald's. That's ridiculous.
That's insane. And where's Wendy's?
Raising Cane's is 6.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
It shouldn't be above Wendy's or McDonald's.
Zaxby's, good.
Zaxby's is good. Yeah, Zaxby's is elite.
Arby's and then Hardee's and then Checkers/Rallies finish out the top 10. The 5 worst fries, according to this Yelp bit, KFC is 1.
Yeah, KFC's fries are trash.
Their potato wedges are terrible.
Yeah, they're trash. They're trash. Get the macaroni instead.
And then they had second to last, McDonald's.
That's just egregious.
Burger King's fries are hideous.
Yeah. If you get them fresh, they can be okay. Yeah. But they're not the best. They can't hang with the other two.
They make me sad because I'm like, this is an embarrassment of a fry. But.
And then Church's Chicken and then Popeyes round out the bottom 5.
Oh, no. Popeyes fries are so fire, dog.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Popeyes in general doesn't get enough love.
No,
it doesn't get enough credit.
Hotel front desks may become a thing of the past. 70% of American travelers are more likely to check themselves in using an app or a self-service kiosk instead of walking up to a traditional front desk.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's not something you'd think, but I mean, it's
half these hotels in Vegas, Echo, you can check in on your phone. The key's on your phone.
Yeah, I had one like that when I was in Belgium, and a lot of these Airbnbs I go to, I don't even have to see the person that owns it. You know, you just can check in on a phone, and you think of it's kind of the similar thing with fast food. Speaking of fast food, is a lot of these places you just order on a screen now, and you don't really see a person until you get your food. So I guess hotels, it makes sense that it would be the same way.
Yeah, Vegas, 90% of the time, I'm not even talking to anybody. I'm going straight to my room. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's great. Really, you're not waiting in line.
Early, waiting in line, hideous.
Disney can be the same way. Yeah. Apps are great.
Oh, but I like people.
Yeah, same.
People are...
Speaking of people, a 70-year-old man got arrested for peeing on a pallet of what at a Sam's Club?
Oh, a pallet. It's like a free sample situation?
No, it was just a pallet of...
pallet.
I'm trying to think of what at Sam's
Club. He caused $10,000 in damage.
Oh, my God.
So that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's expensive stuff.
I'll give you a hint. It's something made here in Minnesota, and they're very proud of it.
Ooh. I don't...
Spam.
You are correct.
Oh, spam. $10,000 worth of spam?
A 70-year-old man got arrested, Hogstad, for peeing on a pallet at Sam's Club near Orlando. He also peed on a pallet of Vienna sausage. They had to throw everything out. It was more than 3,300 cans of Vienna sausage and 2,700 cans of Spam that combined for $10,000.
My God. This was the longest leak in human history.
By the way,
a league of their own.
By the way, this could be a new, maybe spinoff of The Price is Right. The P is right.
No,
you just you try to guess how much financial damage was caused by this guy.
And Hawk's dad is the Ken Jennings.
He nails it to the dollar.
The Bob Barker.
Somebody got it 100% correct. It was Dwight again. It was Dwight again.
Yeah, the spam didn't lose any money because Dwight paid double for each one of those cans.
He said, I'll take it. Don't sell it or throw it out. Dwight dumpster dived for the pea cans. People are sharing their weird productivity hacks, like how much can I get done before this song ends, or burn a candle with a certain scent every time you do a certain task.
Ooh. I don't know if I have one of those. Get something done before a song ends is good when you're working out, though. Yeah, that's a good one. But I don't know if it counts, but like for a time, like sometimes I'll do things in like when you're watching the clock and you're just like 15-minute. Yeah, no, Tommy. Tommy just drove into the parking lot.
Yeah, he's back.
Hey, gang. Yeah, I do it in 15-minute increments. Like instead of being like I'm an hour away from something, I'll be like I'm 15 minutes away from 9:50, or like 15 minutes away from the 30. So it helps break the time down instead of like looking at it in a giant way. But I don't know if that's a productivity hack. Do you guys have any?
I wait till Abbott asked me to do it for the third time, and then
I put it together in the living room, not knowing if it'll fit in the bedroom. Hideous. Lastly, coffee is officially the most important drink in America. A poll found it's the number one beverage Americans can't live without. 100%.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Just black coffee.
And once you get into the coffee vortex, there's no getting out. Yeah, it's like crack.
No. It's so good. Max, where can we see you on TV and whatever you do in the afternoon?
Fox9.com and the Fox local app, the afternoon shift.
Zacho, it's you and me tomorrow, man. That'll be fun.
It's going to be a fun Friday. Weekend's finally here.
John Kriesel will join us tomorrow at 5:30. Alexis Pearson will join us at 5:30. Marnie around 7:15, and Parrish will show up, and then Andrew DePaula is playing the initials game with us tomorrow. It was fun. Thanks, guys. That was great.
Thanks, boys.
Bye.
Bye.
Back to today's Power Trip Morning Show, or to hear previous shows, podcast us on the iHeartRadio app or KFAN.com.